Hey guys, let's go ahead and do your daily rigor for today. Make sure you get that paper copy from Miss Partney before you go through the video with me. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Mr. Wu traveled 764 miles in May, 879 miles in June, and 918 miles in July. Which expression best shows the best way to estimate means round, the difference, subtract, between the number of miles Mr. Wu traveled in July and May? July and May. So what do I need to do? Okay, yeah, I don't need June. I'm going to take out any extra information so it doesn't confuse me. Okay, so I need to round and subtract. So let's set it up first before we look at our answer choices. So 764 and, whoop, look at that. I'm writing them backwards, okay? So you remember your big number needs to go on top. So 918 and 764. All right, let's look at your answer choices real quick. Okay, so I have most of them rounding to the nearest 10. So let's round ours to the nearest 10. So I know that I'm going to keep my hundreds place. So 918 would round to what? 920. And 764 is going to round to 760. So now that I have done my rounding, I can set it up the way that they have it written. 920 minus 760. And does that match one of your answer choices? Yep, looks like D is going to be your answer. Okay, let's look at number 2. Raina collected 23,409 cans of food during a charity food drive last year. Riche collected 23,295 cans. Hisako, these are some interesting names. Hisako collected 23,399 cans. Which comparison is correct? Okay, so let's just take a look. I just want you to notice something real quick. Guys, do they all have the same number? No. I can say for sure that it is not H. So that's at least one less thing to look at. Okay? So I just want you guys to take a second and let's write your answers in order from least to greatest. So ignore your answer choices for just a second. Okay? Out of the numbers that are in our problem, which one is the least? Which one's the smallest number? 23,295. And whose number was that? Okay, that was Riche. Okay, so let's think. Who comes next? Okay, I'm just going to do a little line to separate. Okay, so I'm going to cross through this for a second. Who has the second biggest number? 23,399. That was Hisako. So 23,399. And so who does that mean had the greatest number? Raina, 23,409. Okay, so least to greatest, it goes Riche, Hisako, Raina. So let's see if any of those work. Okay, I see that they have Raina. Look at your first one. It says Raina has less than Riche. Oh, that's definitely not true because look, Raina has way more than Riche. Okay, so F can't be correct. Okay, let's look at G. It says Riche has more than Hisako. Does Riche have more than Hisako? No, she has less, so G can't be right either. So let's check J. It says that Raina has more than Hisako. Okay, so Reina has more than Hisako. Is that true so far? Yes. And your second part says Hisako has more than Riche. Does he have more than Riche? Yep. Okay, so J is your answer. It's just kind of confusing whenever they put the names instead of the numbers. You're not going to see many like that. That was kind of a hard one. All right, number 3. Which expression represents 5/8? Well, first, what are all these called? What are these kind of fractions called again? Right, they're unit fractions. And I know that you guys like to call them Uno fractions. Just don't forget that it's actually a unit fraction. Okay? So, which one represents 5/8? Well, first, let's notice your denominator right here. Your denominator is 8. Okay, I see 8s down here, so A is good. Look. Is that going to work? No. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'd be 8/5. Is that a thing? That's not what we're looking for. Okay, look at C. Okay, 8 is your denominator on C, and 8 is your denominator on D. Okay, now look at your numerator. Whoa, look at C for a second. Check this out. Is that how we add fractions? No. That's like saying 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. That's not going to work. So you can take out C as well. So now all that's left is A and D, and we just need to count them. So on A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. And on D, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/8. So A is your answer. I gave you some crazy options on that one. All right, number 4. During the summer months, Miss Gross, that's an unfortunate name, Miss Gross pays 19 cents for 1 ear of corn. That's during the summer. During the winter months, she pays $1 for 1 ear of corn. Which explains why corn is more expensive in the winter than in the summer. So this is going to have some words in it that you may not hear very often, okay? Words like scarce. Scarce means that there is not much, like it's hard to find. Abundant means that there's lots of it. Okay, so let's think about that for a second, okay? So picture like you're going shopping for Christmas, okay? And everybody wanted a PS5. And what was the problem with the PS5s? Do you remember? There weren't very many. A lot of people wanted PS5s, but there weren't enough for everybody. Okay, so you had to pay a lot to get a PS5. They were expensive. Now, let's think about later, whenever it's not Christmas time and the PS5s have been out for a while, they're going to drop the price of it, aren't they? There's going to be a lot of PS5s available. You're not going to have to pay as much to get one because there's a ton of them. So let's think about that like with corn. Does corn and just crops in general, do vegetables and things grow really well in the winter? No, not really. They usually grow really well in the summer. Okay, so it's 19 cents in the summer and it's $1 in the winter. So why is that? Is it because there's not much corn during the winter? Maybe that's true. If there's not much of it, you're probably going to have to pay more to get it, like that PS5. Corn is abundant in the winter, meaning there's a lot of corn growing in the winter. No, that's not when farmers are growing the most. Miss Gross shops in winter. Well, it just said she shops in the summer and in the winter. That's not going to make it more expensive just because she shops in a certain time. Summer is shorter than winter. Does that have anything to do with anything? No. The reason that the corn is more expensive in the winter is because there's not very much of it in the winter. Okay, number 5. Which three-dimensional figure below appears to be composed of quadrilaterals and pentagons? Okay, how many sides does a quadrilateral have? 4. And how many sides does a pentagon have? 5. All right, so we need to go through then, and we need to count the sides of every shape that's in the 3D figure. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, we were really good until then. We have 8. Whoops. 4, 4, and 3. Oh, sorry. Wow. And 4. We had all the right things until we counted up that 8. So A is not going to work. So let's count B. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, you don't even have to keep counting on that one. We wanted 4 and 5 shapes only. Okay, let's try C. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just changing colors so you can keep up with where I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. C looks pretty good. Okay, let's try D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So D isn't going to work either. So C is your answer. Okay, number 6. Beatrice is going to make origami frogs with rice paper. With 1 sheet of paper, she can make 8 frogs. Okay, let's make a little table down here at the bottom. Okay, paper and frogs. Okay, so with 1 sheet of paper, she can make 8 frogs. With 2 sheets of paper, she can make 16 frogs. According to this relationship, now look, it's asking us about 3 sheets of paper on all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 3 here. So what's the relationship here? How did I get from 1 to 8? And how did I get from 2 to 16? Okay, if you think adding, it'd be plus 7. So 1 plus 7 is 8, but is 2 plus 7 16? No. So try a different rule. Let's try multiplying. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. So 3 times 8, we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, so 24 is your answer. So 3 sheets of paper make 18, 24, 26, 30. All right, so G is your answer. Okay, last one. Carlton drew the figure below. What is the area? Area is length times width, length times width, length times width. Area is length times width. The answer's in square units. Okay, I want to know the area of the figure, but this is a funky shape, y'all. So what do I do about that? Okay, I split it up. So I'm going to split it right here. That makes the most sense. And so now I want to show you something. There are too many numbers here. Okay, you don't need to pay attention to all of them. I would like you to first just look at this rectangle. Okay, just the blue one. So if I'm looking at just the blue, that means I only need the length and the width of the blue one. That's these. Okay, so 3 times 6. What is 3 times 6? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, it's 18. Whoops. Okay, now I need to look at my big one. Okay, I'm going to color that one pink. Okay, so I'm just looking at my pink rectangle now. Okay, that means that I only need the length and the width of the pink rectangle. I want to show you something. Does this 3 right here go the whole length or width? Nope, so I don't need to pay attention to it. Does this 23 go the whole way? Nope, then don't look at that one either, okay? You only need to look at the 17 and the 6. Okay, so if I'm doing that, 17 times 6, I need to do either roller coaster or old school, okay? I need to multiply them. So 17 times 6. Okay, so what is 7 times 6? We got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. All right, so it's 42. You could have also remembered we've got spirit. Yes, we do. 6 times 7 is 42. Whoops. Okay, so now I need to put my 0, and now I need to do 6 times 1 is 6, and then we add it up. So you get 102. All right, now what? Okay, add them up. So we need to do 102 plus 18 equals, so 2 plus 8 is 10. Bring up your 1. 1 plus 1, 2. And bring down the other one. So 120. All right, on your side, let's look at a couple things real quick. 56 equals something times 8. So that's 8 times something equals 56. I've been showing you guys tricks for that this week, so you should be able to figure that one out. 72 divided by something equals 8. So 8 times something equals 72. Okay, this one says round the following to the nearest 10. Okay, so remember, when it's like that, you're going to round within the number. So we leave the numbers that are already there, write your box number, and then think, what's 10 more? Okay, I see a 5 on the porch, so I'm going to round up. 4,530. On the next part, it wants you rounding to the nearest 100. Okay, so remember, you're going to write the numbers that are already there, write your box number, and think, what is 100 more? Okay, I see a 5 on the porch, so round up. 34,700. Wonder how many times you guys have heard me say whoops on this video. All right, remember over here, we're going to go bottom to top. What's 7 times 8? Okay, it's 56 if you don't know it. Okay, we're going to put our 0 bottom to side. What's 7 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Then you're going to add those up. 6, 10, and 4. You do the same thing on the next one. On number 4, make sure that you are paying attention to your signs and that you are crossing them out and adding 10 for your grouping like this. So you got to go to your 9, make it a 8, make your 0 a 10, just kidding, 9, and make your 0 a 10, good. And then you can finish doing your problem. Okay, number 5, we are adding, so make sure you're grouping correctly, double check your work. Number 6, they want to know what is the rule, and don't forget to fill out that part to tell me what the number is. Okay, remember if it's getting bigger, input to output, if it's getting bigger, which it is, you're going to either be adding or multiplying. You got to figure out which one. Number 7, what is a quadrilateral? How many sides does it have? Okay, you tell me how many sides. And then draw an example of one. So you're just going to draw a shape that is a quadrilateral. Number 8, you got to figure out your 8's facts, just like yesterday. Number 9 says John has a poster hanging in his room. The poster is in the shape of a rectangle. Boom, draw it. You have to draw it if it tells you something like that. The length is 12 inches and the width is 5 inches. What is the area is length times width, length times width, length times width. Area is length times width. The answer's in square units. Okay, find your answer. Sally is 12 years old. Mark is 5 years younger than Sally. Okay, younger, that's less. Okay, so subtract. And Bernie is twice as old as Mark. Twice as old. So whatever you get there, times 2. And then how old are the 3 children combined? Combined means what? Add. So you've got to add them all up. And then that's your answer. Okay. After you get done with your daily rigor today, there are some task cards in Google Classroom. So you are going to need to, you're going to need to open them up. And you'll be able to click your pencil tool. And then you're going to need to go through, let's do the first one together. You should have a little slip of paper to write your answers on from Miss Partney. It says campers caught 22, oh my, I forgot to hit my pencil. 22 more silverfish each week than bluefish. So there's more silver than blue. Which table shows the number of silverfish and bluefish during 5 weeks? So it told you your rule. 22 more. So first, we need to look at this and make sure that we have more silver than blue. So like look at A. Is 46 more than 24? Yes. On B, is 46 more than 92? Oh no, they said more bluefish. That's not going to work. On C, is 46 more than 24? Yep. On D, is 46 more than 68? Nope, so that can't work. It says that there was 22 more silver fish. That means whatever blue was, you had to add 22 to it to get the silver. So it's 24 plus 22. What is that? 46. Okay, so that's right. 45 plus 22. That would be 67. Oh, that's not right. So check C. 24 plus 22, we said was 46, yes. 1 plus 22 is 23, yes. 46 plus 22 is 68. Yes. 59 plus 22 is 81. Yes. 30 plus 22 is 52. Yes. So C is the answer on number 1. Okay, so as you go through, it just wants to make sure that you understand how to find the rule and that you can choose the table that is correct. When you're done, you're going to hit save. Make sure that you have put your answers on the answer sheet from Miss Partney as well. And then you're going to, after it finally saves, so you'll do save, X, turn in, just like always. Here's hoping mine saves. Waiting forever. Maybe it'll work, but I feel like it's not. Okay, well. Oh, yay. Okay, good. It did work. Now I'm going to hit X, and then I will turn it in. Okay?